Hey guys, welcome back to the series called All You Need to Know About Modifiers. And this is going to be a really short video because today we're going to look at the build modifier. Now, the build modifier is basically a modifier that does what it says, right? It builds, like it creates an animation that literally builds your mesh back to the state that it was originally, right? So let me show you how it works. So basically, to get to that modifier, you go to modifier properties, add modifier. Modifier properties is this wrench icon over here. Add modifier and then build. Right. So there are only there are very few options here. So this is the start frame. So basically, in your timeline, if you see there is about 250 frame right now. You can change it how you want. Like basically, if I want to keep it at 150, I can change it. So this is how long my animation is going to be, right? So the start frame is where it will start building it. That is frame 1. The length is that when it will finish building it. So as soon as it comes to frame 100, it's going to finish building your mesh, right? So that's basically it. If you click on reversed, what it will do is that your mesh will be in its original state at the start, and then it will start disappearing and completely disappear by frame 100, right? So that's the basic function of reversed. Now then there is randomized. Now to demonstrate this, we'll need a little bit more geometry. So we're gonna go to the edit mode and just click on subdivide and like subdivide it like 10 times. Okay. You can even use a subdivision modifier, but I have a video coming up on that, so we can go in detail about it over there. So I'm just gonna simply do a subdivision and just actually divide my mesh, right? So once you're done with that, now if you go back and add it, now if you can see that it's building it little slowly, but again it's just following the same cycle that it was doing before, right? There is nothing new. So if you want to randomize the way that it creates thing, you just click on randomize, and for each number that you add, like there is a different pattern that's going to come in, but the pattern is set for that number. So basically, if you keep 1, it will always build up in that same pattern. There won't be a different pattern, but if I change it to 2, there might be a different pattern that will use to build it up, right? So yeah, I think that's about it. The more subdivision you add, the slower the better your build is gonna look like, or the build animation is gonna look like. So it's basically dependent on how many different faces it is supposed to build, right? So that's what basically the build modifier does. It builds the faces that are there in your mesh or in your object. So that's the whole purpose of it. Now you can change this to whatever you want. If I say 10, it won't start building up until frame 10. If I reduce it to, let's say 50, it will go ahead and finish building up in 40 frames. So you can manipulate it as you want, and yeah, just play with it. Sometimes you can just make really cool animations with it. I'll try to add a animation that I made with this, but I guess that's about it for this modifier. I really hope that this was helpful. If you do like it, just make sure to drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos that are going to come in the future, right? Because I am making a series around this, so I'm probably going to cover almost all of the useful modifiers around it. All right, then. Thank you so much for hanging out so far, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side.